on using now the iPad mini. This application also runs on the PC and the Macintosh, but I want to show the differences in how it runs in a product called FMGo 12, which is free on the iTunes store. This is what this application would be running if you're going to run it on the iPad. I'm going to be showing the application Teach to Talk 1.0, and in the FMGo on the support site, there is a description of how you load these files onto FMGo. I'm going to tap on this. It's going to show the screen, the main screen. And what I'm going to be covering in this little tutorial is the differences between the desktop and the iPad as far as the way the screen functions and what things will pop up. For example, in this case, this particular application has a little red question mark that will show you the how to use this particular screen at the bottom. If you want to dismiss that, just go ahead and tap on in this case, the child's list view, and then tap on the home icon to return, and it's gone. The container fields which are used in this application are like the one you see in the picture field, or the little gray ring or rectangle at the top above the A and all the letters in the alphabet. If you tap on the container field for the picture, it'll pop up and it'll give you a replace or export or delete. In this case, what I want to do is I want to replace the current one that's in there, and I would go ahead and say photos, and then I could use any photo from the photo library to replace that. Now there are a number of pictures in your photo library. You can use the iPad to capture those pictures, and in the same way you can also do videos, and you can put a video in a container. Now in this case I'm not going to replace it because I already have a picture I want to keep in there. Now the next thing we're going to use another container field, and in this case I'm going to be tapping on a word that is already in there. I'm going to tap play, and what play is going to do is going to say the actual letter that I'm working with. In other places within the application, tapping on a container field will allow you to add a new audio. In this case I would tap audio, and you watch. I'm going to say the word B, and it's going to add it to the application. I'm going to hit start and then save after I say B, and then it'll be shown. B. And in this case, now when I go back here and tap away and then tap on that ring, it'll say play B. So B is in there. Now the purpose of doing this is that you can either add your own audio for the alphabetic characters to teach your child the alphabet, or you can allow them to say it once they are able to say B, C, D, E, and F, and so forth, and then you can record it on the individual tabs on this screen as far as the container fields. Let's go over to the lesson where you add the words to the screen by tapping the icon at the end of that phrase there. You'll see that there's a container field here, but this one is locked, so you cannot add anything to it. Now there's a different container field of a different type on here, where if the student has learned a word, there's going to be a gold star by the word or a smiley when they're going to learn that word in the lessons that are included in this application. So if you tap on one of the icons outside the box, what it'll do is it'll replace the little word in there. It'll pop over to the next screen. It'll show you that it's been replaced, and it'll also show you that you can replace it again if you wanted to. But let's tap away from it because this is being done automatically. There is also another icon alongside of it. If I tap that again, it puts a star in that shows that the word was learned by the student. Okay, once again, the container field for the picture in this screen is locked, and also the alphabetic character for learning the alphabet leading character and the word are also locked, including the fields for the name are also locked. Like I said before, if you want to learn more about the screen, just tap the question mark, red icon, and what it'll do is it'll pop up a text field where you can read about the screen. If you tap on it, it'll enlarge it to the full size of the screen where you can dismiss the screen. and you can read it by scrolling. And when you get done reading it, you can tap with 2 fingers, or you can do the squeeze with your fingers to, actually it's 3 fingers, to full size, 3 fingers again to reduce it, and then you can size the entire screen by putting your fingers outside of the text box and on the text box to bring it back down to size again so you can continue. If you want to get out of this screen, hit any, on the help screen, hit any icon to go to a different screen. In this case, I'm in the list view for all the words. In this screen, if I wanted a lesson on baby, I would tap the lesson and it would take me into that word screen. Now, once again, this is just to show you how the iPad utilizes the screens differently. The next video will show you how it's done on the desktop. Thank you for taking this tour.